Hi everybody! We are going to brown some ground meat in our stack cooker. This is all the pieces. It does come with 2 seals also, but we need the colander and the 3-quart the top. So this is 2 full pounds of raw ground beef. And what it's going to do is, as it's cooking, it is going to brown, believe it or not, and all the fabulous grease is going to go through the colander part, and it's going to be here. So whether you drain it or rinse it or scoop it out on the stove, you're not going to get nearly as much out as you're going to see later. So ground beef is 6 minutes per pound. So here's what we're going to do. If I put it in there for the full 12 minutes, it's going to burn and make the top rubbery, because you know that's how microwaves cook, right? No, that's not, but that's how it's going to taste if I do it for the full 12 minutes. So instead, like you would on the stove, you have to stir. So we're going to take it out in a few minutes, and we're going to stir it, and then we're going to put it back in, and we're going to take it out in a few minutes, and we're going to stir it. So I'm going to put it in for 4 minutes, and then I'll be stirring every 4-minute intervals. It's ready! So I took it out twice and stirred. And I have to tell you a little trick. The first time you do your meat and you stir it, it's going to still be really pink. After the second time, you need to figure out if it really needs a full 3rd time, because every microwave is a little different. So if you have a nice high-powered microwave, it is not going to be 6 minutes per pound, or you are going to burn your food. So you need to play with it a little bit. Ta-da! Look at the beautiful steam. I'm going to take the top part off, and I'm going to show you the underneath. So first, the underneath of the colander. Now this was 90-10, so it was fairly lean. You can see the clear that you would drain off if it was on the stove, but look at the gunky mess. This is not the stuff you're going to get on the stove. Even for my friends who rinse their ground beef, they're not going to get the clumpy fat that's on there. We have now cooked 2 full pounds of ground beef. This ground beef can go in your chili. This ground beef can go in your spaghetti, and it can absolutely do for tacos. So here's a little tip for tacos. Are you ready? I buy the little packet of seasoned taco mix, right? And on the back, it tells me the amount of water I need to use. So normally you cook your beef, you put it on the stove and you're cooking it, you put in your taco seasoning, you put in your water, right? Well, here is a little tip. That water on the stove starts to evaporate. So we're gonna do it on the microwave because we don't work with the stove with the ground beef anymore. At least I will take my taco seasoning and I will put it into the smaller quart stack cooker, and I'm only gonna use half the water. So in this case, we have 2 pounds of ground beef, so we would need 2 packs of seasoning, but only half the water that I total would need. Stir up your seasoning in your water, dump your ground beef in, and stir it. I'm going to take the top, put it back on this one now. I'm going to put it back in the microwave, but I'm going to only put it on for 3 minutes. But you need to cut your power in half, because it's 3 minutes and it is going to taste so great and not greasy at all. Enjoy making ground beef.